Hello everyone, and welcome back to WolfQuest, and we are here once again with Katari and Terrell as they prepare to raise their third litter of puppies. And if you'll recall, we were able to get all 4 of our puppies to the summer hunting grounds again last time. So far these guys have been able to get 8 puppies to the summer hunting grounds. However, there was a very scary incident with Kaya back at the den over, not at the Bison Peak cutoff, but past it in the den that's by the creek over there. And so we had a stranger wolf that came and that almost killed Kaya, and we got there at the last possible second. So I think these guys want nothing to do with the dens over there. I think they would head this way, and I think they'd probably try the den out that's by Saddle Meadows, because it's both closer, but it's still pretty far away from a wolf territory. Kind of close to the Upland Meadows territory, but that is also not the pack that attacked them. So, and I just want to say one thing here before we get started. I'm going to have these guys go start hunting because they are going to choose the den right up here. But first, we're going to go pick the den. But I do just want to say one thing. I did notice I got a dislike on the previous video, and that's totally fine. I'm not complaining about that. But if you are going to dislike the video, please tell me why. Because if you just dislike it and say nothing, I won't know what you want to see that's different or why you didn't like it, and I won't be able to adjust my playstyle, or I won't be able to interact with it. It's just like, oh, someone disliked my video. I don't know what to do with this. And it'll help me because I'm always looking for ways to improve my playstyle, to improve these videos. And so if there's a reason you didn't like it, if you do press that dislike button, leave a comment and tell me what about it you didn't like. Just let me know why you decided to dislike the video, and that way I can make future videos better. If you just press the dislike button and don't say anything, I won't know what I need to change. So I just want to throw that out there because it's a great chance to offer feedback, and I'm totally fine with the fact that people don't like my videos all the time, and I mean, that's normal even. But if you don't like it, let me know why. What about it don't you like? So I just wanted to throw that out there for you guys. But we're going to go ahead and choose the Saddle Meadows den here because it's not as far away from the summer hunting grounds as the previous den. Yep, we're going to go ahead and hunt before we mark territory. But it's not as far away as their previous den, but it's also decently far from wolf territory. Now, they were further away before, but this is also a different pack. So they're a little bit less concerned because we didn't really have, I think we may have had one stranger wolf show up the previous time, but it wasn't that big of a deal. We just chased it off, whereas the stranger wolf that came at us the previous time was extremely fast and extremely aggressive and almost killed our puppies or almost killed Kaya before we could stop it. Not all of the puppies, but it came after Kaya. And so I think these two would avoid getting anywhere near that den. I've also had a little bit of feedback saying that maybe we should only do 3 litters, and this time we are playing on arduous, by the way. I just wanted to clarify that. So it's going to be a lot tougher than previous times. So we're going to go ahead, go after this elk, and I'm going to push her this way. And we're probably going to need Terrell's help for this hunt. We'll go ahead and, oh, he's going to push it so far this way. I'm going to howl and call him off because we're pushing the elk way too far that way. We want to head back towards our territory more. I guess there's no real reason to wait for the howl to finish. But, let's go ahead. We're going to try and chase this elk up towards the den. And go ahead and hopefully Terrell will get a good bite in as well. And they're running that way. Once her stamina comes back, we'll run up. Hopefully it won't be too late. We're going to run up and try and steer the elk back towards the den. I'm going to call him off for a moment. Oh, great. Great, she stopped. Alright, I guess we're killing her here then. Oh well. It still works. Terrell, you need to eat. Good, he's eating. And we'll go back and hunt again. So how far are we from the den? Little ways. Kind of inconvenient, but not too terrible. Not going to help us on the way to the summer hunting grounds, though. What are those weird... Is that, like, icy patches? The snow changes. I just noticed that. I've never noticed that before. It looks like it's maybe... the snow is a different texture, it looks like. Yeah, because this is where the elk herd tends to be. So it's more marked up and beat up. So let's go ahead. And where? Where are the ones that are going to run? These two. So we'll go ahead and go after this one. And chase her down. And the reason we're playing on arduous this time is because Katari and Terrell are starting to get a bit older. So far things have been pretty easy for them. They have been young and strong, and they've gotten quite a bit of experience from raising their previous litters, but now they're starting to get older. And so even though they are experienced and they're still pretty strong, they're just not as young as they used to be. So they're going to have a little bit of a harder time, and in fact, it's going to be the hardest litter difficulty-wise that we've ever had. We've never played on arduous before. We've only played on challenging and pretty easy, and we did manage to get all 4 puppies back to the summer hunting grounds. And that, I think, has probably changed Katari somewhat, because if you'll remember when Terrell, dang it, Terrell! Oh, now he's just gonna stand there where the elk kicks him. I can't talk. But if you'll remember, Katari came into this being very kind of jaded and very... Terrell, you're not helping. There we go. And kind of very pessimistic. She had a very rough puphood herself. She was the only one of her litter to survive. And I think that made her a very tough wolf, but it also made her a very kind of pessimistic and basically assuming the worst would happen. It took her forever to even find a mate because she didn't want to have to trust anyone or rely on them because she wasn't used to being able to do that. And so after having had 2 litters that have been successful and made it to... Oh! Is that stranger wolves running? Yeah, that's the border of their territory. They're coming to see what's going on. You can see him back there. She's probably noting that and keeping her distance. But if you'll recall, I mean, now after having raised these litters, I think she's maybe starting to realize that perhaps the world isn't quite as grim of a place as she always thought it was. She's maybe let herself hope a little bit more. I don't want Terrell chasing that elk just yet. We want to regain our stamina so that we can steer it back the way we want it to go. And I hope he's not going to come after it just straight up. Oh, if we can kill it right here. We're going to back up Terrell. Terrell, don't do that. Oh, we were so close. We're going to have to try and turn her around. I want to kill her right near the den so we have emergency food. And we're going to be doing quite a bit of hunting this time. Terrell? I want him to stop and howl because I don't want him coming after her. We're going to be doing quite a bit of hunting, though, because this is arduous. And if you remember how fast the puppies got hungry on challenging, arduous is going to be way worse. So where are we on the map, relative? We're getting there. We're getting pretty close to the den. We're just going to chase her up these hills. And we're going to kill her, and hopefully this won't attract too many scavengers or anything. We're going to try and bring her down right here, if we can. Yep, because I believe that's our den back there. I always lose this den, too, so that's going to be kind of difficult. Oof, and she's done quite a bit of damage to Katari, but we're going to be okay. We have food now. Go ahead and eat a little bit. Don't use this up too much, because this is our emergency food, and as you can see, our den is where? Where is our den? Now we have it marked as territory. So it should be, here's our den. Our den is this way. Now we have it on the map. So it's over this way? Yeah, it's right here. And so if you'll see that carcass is pretty close. So this is the den that's always difficult for me to find, so that could be a bit of a challenge. But once we have puppies there, it'll be easy to see their names and stuff. and where is our elk herd? They're coming up on the slopes here. We're gonna take out another elk. We're gonna probably kill off most of this herd. And, try and take them down. Oh, hang on. Oh, dang it, she's running. And we don't want to get too close to the... Terrell! 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 Don't run in front of the bull elk and let him kick you. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Terrell may be one of those wolves who doesn't always know how to wolf. Oh, and is it starting to snow? I think it might be starting to snow. There we go. Yeah, it's starting to snow, I think. I'm gonna take her down. Yeah, it's snowing. Oh, that's so pretty. I haven't really seen that much snow even out here in Slough Creek. And it's so pretty how it kind of makes everything a little bit very light looking in it. It's so cool. I really like the graphics in this game. I know they're not maybe the greatest graphics compared to a lot of games are like renowned for their graphics, but let's be honest, WolfQuest has pretty good graphics, even if it's not like renowned for them. It's a really pretty game, and I really like it. I like it. It's very pretty. I think we lost our elk herd. I think they disappeared. So we're gonna go try and find another one somewhere. Bum bum bum. Do I see them anywhere? Wait, I hear hunting music, but I also see a coyote, so we're gonna run over and kill the coyote real fast. Because it is eating our food. And that is not okay. So there's been some discussion over whether or not we should have 2 litters or 3 litters. And the official vote said not 2 litters, 3 litters. 3 litters or 4 litters. The official vote said 4 litters. And you can hear the plane coming in again in the background. The researchers are still following Katari. She still has her radio collar. But the official vote said 4 litters. But I've heard some people are kind of discussing whether or not we should keep it at 4 litters or drop it back down to 3 litters. And there goes the plane. You could just see it a little bit. I'm going to try and position myself. There it goes. You can see it flying off in the distance. It's so cool. That's honestly such a cool little thing. I really like it. But, so there's been some discussion about that. So we'll go ahead and launch into this litter once we hunt more. And I am extremely incapable of finding the elk herd. Oh my goodness. That is our track. We have been through here. But, I'm probably going to leave the elk hunting ground and come back. That sometimes helps. Because I think the one herd just spawned and I wasn't sure if we left the hunting ground or not. But, so we'll see how this litter goes and see what you guys say through the process of this litter. Because if you guys change your mind and only want to see them have 2 litters, then, we'll go, or not 2 litters, 3 litters, I'm sorry, I can't count today, that we can go ahead and just have them have the 3 they've had, including this one. And if you want to see them have even more litters, have another litter after that, then we'll go ahead and do that. But we'll see what you guys think through the process of raising this litter. The last litter, if we have a litter after this one, it will be on the Bring It On difficulty, so it will be very, very tough. And it will be by far the hardest challenge Katari and Terrell have ever faced. I don't know how much I've actually played on Bring It On. I think I've played a little bit, but not so much raising puppies as it has been just like hunting and stuff in Amethyst Mountain. So, but from what I've heard about Bring It On, raising puppies is extremely difficult. So, and yeah, by the name you would guess it would be. But yeah, I've heard all kinds of foreboding stories about Bring It On and how hard that could be. So we may do that, but we may just stick with arduous for this. We'll stick with arduous for this year, and if this is their last litter, then we'll go ahead and I'll set it up so you guys can choose heirs based off of the wolves that have survived and the puppies that have survived. And I've actually made all 8 surviving puppies as adult wolves already, but if you'll recall, technically only 7 of them will be able to be chosen because Lucan has actually moved on to the world of Wolf, and we'll be joining him there later today. I just am going to record WolfQuest, and then I'll go on to Wolf and hopefully Niche. So I know Niche has been a little bit lacking lately. I have been super busy doing recording stuff for Raiden's Quest. But that is all pretty much over. Well, not pretty much over, but it shouldn't be taking up. It shouldn't be all-consuming as it has been. It's kind of been taking over my life a little bit recently because one of our voice actors, several of our voice actors are college students, but one of them is actually going to. Where are the elk that are supposed to run? It's not these guys. She's one of them. Okay, there we go. Terrell, be careful. But one of our voice actors actually goes away to college, whereas most of the other college students go to community colleges, so we had to get his stuff done before he had to leave. Oh, Terrell, you're chasing her the wrong way. We don't want her in the river. But we finally did get his stuff done, so it'll probably be a little bit more easygoing because the rest of our voice actors are local, and most are either community college or homeschooled. So it's a lot more flexible scheduling wise now, and so it shouldn't be so much frantically meeting before someone is leaving to get it all done. That's why it took so long before. And we're still kind of, we don't have a confirmed release for Raiden's Quest yet. We don't know exactly when it's going to be done, but I'm hoping by summertime, maybe, for episode 1. And I'll keep you guys posted on that in case you are interested, but I'll try not to talk too much about it. But I'll put links to in the description once the second trailer comes out, which will hopefully be soonish. But anyway, now that is over with, I'll probably be a lot better able to be recording on a daily basis. And it shouldn't be like last time. I had 2 Friday classes at the community college, and that got really life-consuming. This time I have 2 night classes on separate days. So it'll be a lot easier, I'm thinking, to balance recording with going to class, because I don't even have to be at class until like 6 p.m. And even if I go a little early to get lab time in, sometimes it's still not going to be all day where then I get home and I'm exhausted and I have like no time to record. So hopefully then, hopefully even as I go back into classes, my classes actually are not in session yet, because my college does an intersession, and so they're actually still doing intersession classes, and that's why I'm not in class yet. I don't start until, I think I have about 1 more week of break before I start classes. And where is all this relative to our den that I can never find? I legitimately have, like, never used this den. When I play, I normally stick to the Bison Peak den, when I just play by myself, but now that, especially these guys, I don't think want anything to do with the Bison Peak den, because that's a lot closer to Stranger Wolf territory than the one where they were having trouble with the wolf coming after Kaya. So I highly doubt these guys would want to be anywhere near Bison Peak. And the Druid pack, I believe that's the pack that's over there. And there's the other one that's running. And we're going to chase a few closer to the summer hunting grounds to kind of prepare for the journey. Oh, Terrell, don't chase her down. We want to chase her. Where'd she go? Where is she going to run? Is one of them running? Is someone running? She's running. She's running. There we go. We're going to chase her off up this way and try and keep her heading this way. And not down this way, dang it. No, Terrell, don't do that. I guess we're in our territory now. I didn't realize that's how far it extended. let's go on ahead and we'll chase her off up this way. And she's starting to slow down, I think. I don't know. I can't remember if, like, officially the elk are slower in the wintertime to simulate them having a harder time in the snow, because that is how it is in real life. Wolves are extremely suited to snow, and because they have such big paws, they actually basically have built-in snowshoes, so they can generally walk on top of the snow without falling through, but elk with their hooves will crash through the snow and get stuck in it more. Oh, no, Terrell! Terrell, don't do that. We're trying to chase her back up towards the den, so we have a lot of food close to the den, especially on this side of the den, because we want to be able to, there she goes. We want, oh, Terrell, where is, there she goes. We want to have some food going this way for when we start to head off on the journey. I'm just gonna herd her up a little bit further this way. Terrell, 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 don't bite her. You gotta not bite her yet. We gotta get her closer. He's a little bit over-eager, not quite used to my hunting tactics of herding elk everywhere. And that should, there we go. And we'll go ahead and hopefully, there we go, 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 Terrell, Terrell, Terrell. Yes, we got her. She's right by the den, and I need help because I'm pretty weakened. Terrell? Terrell, come on, hurry. Come on, hurry, Terrell. I'm gonna try and steer her this way, because if she's gonna back up. Okay, Terrell, you can help. I'm gonna let him do some more helping, because I have lost quite a bit of health from this. There we go. There we go. Got her. There we go. Now it's letting me eat. And the plane just came by for that, so those researchers have gotten quite a good view of them hunting. I don't know, are they just researchers, or I wonder if maybe sometimes, because I know sometimes they're just researchers, but sometimes they'll actually have like those documentary crews come along. And you sometimes wonder, because like a lot of the time the documentary crews will be following the collared wolves, because they're the ones that you can find and that you can figure out where they are. And there's the rest of the herd. So how many carcasses do we have over here? Is it going to be enough? Got quite a few. I want one more because, well, I want one more, but I want it closer to the hunting grounds. There's the elk. And we'll go ahead and hopefully she'll start running. Come on, you gotta start running. You gotta start running. And I want her kind of down here. I want her, oh, Terrell, Terrell, be careful. There we go. I want her more down here. Terrell, don't chase her too far. I want her kind of in this area, because that way we can use her for food at the den if we need to. But she'll also be kind of on the way to the summer hunting grounds, and so she'll be a good first stopping point for food. Oh, not the river, not the river, not the river. Come on, come on, come on, not the river. Oh, if we could drop her here, that'd be great. Come on, come on, come on. Just a couple more bites. There we go. She stopped. She stopped. Okay. And we just keep biting. And there we go. Got her. That was a very fast hunt. Usually they aren't that fast. But this will be a good point to kind of stop for food. And then I want to try and bring one closer that way. A couple closer that way. If we can. So we'll go ahead and we'll attack this one. It may be faster to just attack like this. I'm gonna let Terrell do it a little bit more, because that way when she starts trying to run, she's gonna start running at him. Oh, dude, we just like killed her right here apparently, because he blocked her from running. Terrell, Terrell, that was insane. He actually stopped her from running. And we just killed her straight off. So we'll go ahead. Maybe we can do that with this one. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I kind of don't want to do that with her, though, because... However, if we can weaken her quite a bit, that would be good. There we go. There we go. Terrell, let her run. There we go. And we're just going to follow her and try... I'm going to try and get her kind of down that area where Terrell brought the puppies for their crossing. and try and get her further that way. And there's a coyote. We're going to get this coyote because that coyote is after our carcass, and we're not going to let him do that. And the elk will probably come back a little ways, but we can easily get her back on track. Nope, nope, nope. Come on. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. Now we're going to go back after the elk. No, you keep running this way, elk. I don't know. It's kind of unrealistic because I don't know. Food probably wouldn't last that long because that's several months. But I don't know. It works in the game. It works in the game. And, you know, in the wild, when if wolves do something and it works, they stick with it, I think, for the most part. I mean, there's no point in learning another tactic. Oh, don't chase her in the river. I mean, if something works, that's kind of just logic. If it's working, and it's doing what you need it to, then it's good to just stay with what works sometimes. Now, for people, not so much, because that's where innovation comes in, but in the wild, there's not all that much room. So if something is working, there's not much point in changing it up too drastically most of the time. So if winter hunting works in this game, I think these guys would keep doing it. No point in risking everything for something that may or may not work. Human society that's what's different between people and animals. One of the differences is that, I gotta slow down and regain a little stamina, is that people can be innovative, and we have a society that is, for the most part, advanced enough to let us be able to afford that. I mean, at least in a lot of places of the world, there's not so much dependent on, okay, we have to get food this certain way, otherwise we're all going to starve. There's some level of you can experiment with better farming techniques, because you're probably not going to starve if one thing fails. But with wolves, it very much could be. Unless something isn't working, there's not much point in continuing to try different things. So, hopefully... Oh, Terrell, that's the wrong way. Terrell, no, not that way. Not that way. So, let's go ahead. We're gonna chase her around this way, and then we'll come back and mark territory and see what the puppies are. No, Terrell, I don't want you biting her just yet. We want to chase her quite a ways this way. We have another carcass down there, and I want one that's even closer to the summer hunting grounds. We're gonna stay on her. Terrell may come after her. I think he's just following me, though. So we're actually gonna chase her all the way down across the creek and trying to get her really close to the summer hunting grounds. But that's why I don't want Terrell attacking her, because if he gets her to stop in the creek, it's very hard to get her out of it. She will back away from you, but that takes forever. And so it's much easier to run her across the creek and then kill her on the other side, get her to stop running, except we don't want her to cross here because she... Oh, okay, we maybe are crossing here. We're chasing an elk down the creek. This is normal, guys. But I really want her out of the creek, so I'm going to try and run along this side, if I can, and chase her across. Because if we can get her out of the creek, there's a shallow area where we'll be able to run right across, too. But we might just have to swim. I'm going to try and keep up on this side. There we go, she's out. Okay, now we gotta get out. And nope, you go this way, because there's like a crossing right up here. But the water it won't let you kill things in the water. If you do, the carcasses disappear, so we can't kill her in the water. And yeah, this is the shallow area. Well, no, close to the shallow area, part of the shallow area, but not too totally, not completely. Blah, I can't even talk today. Oh dear. Okay, no, not in the river, not in the river. No, we spent so long dang it! We spent so long trying to get her out of the river, and she just went right back in. No, you are going the other way. You're staying on this side of the river. You are staying on this side of the river. I do not like swimming. It is so slow and annoying. Nope. You Turn around. Get across the river. There you go. And we should be able to kill her. We just gotta keep her from running back in the river. Nope, nope, nope. You keep going. You keep moving. No, you keep moving. There we go. There we go. And we'll try and bring her down right about here. And hopefully, I'm gonna try and steer her the other way. And try and get her a little closer to the summer hunting grounds. Because that way we'll have food right there. And then I think that will be it for our winter hunting. And we'll go on ahead and chase her this way. And one more good attack should get her to stand still. Yep, there we go. There we go. Oh, she's hitting hard. There we go. Got her. Okay. And now we'll head back and mark territory and see our puppies. And next time, we will begin the process of raising them and training them to stay near the den. And then we have to defend them. And that's what I'm kind of concerned about, because we are on the arduous difficulty. And this could be pretty bad. I don't even know where the crossing is over here. There's supposed to be a crossing. And I don't think Terrell used it. I think he just ran across, like, right here or something. I don't even know. Is there a crossing somewhere here? There should be. Is this a crossing? This looks like part of the crossing. Maybe. There's definitely a shallower area. Oh. There's a crossing somewhere in here. Because this was where Terrell brought the puppies across the last time. Or not the last time, but the time before that. So now we have some elk scattered about. We have one there. We have one closer to summer hunting grounds. And we have quite a few up on this mountain by our den. So that should be plenty. And let's go ahead and we will see. The one upside to having a fourth litter is that we may be able to reach 15,000 experience points with these guys. And, well, not the only upside, but the major upside. And if we can do that, then we can actually unlock the white puppy, which is the very, very light colored puppy skin, which normally wolf pups are dark colored, but, and then they lighten as they get older, but this, this is kind of the exception little Easter egg pup. And that could be kind of a fun thing for their last litter to have the white puppy. But other than that, I don't know. So let's go ahead, and now that we're back up here at the den, we'll quickly mark some territory, which is at like 0%. Now it's at 15. I guess it didn't drop completely to 0. But, and we do have to keep this well marked because there is a wolf pack fairly close, and, there is a wolf pack fairly close, and Katari is aware of their presence because she saw them when we were hunting, and they came running to kind of investigate. And that's the thing, too. So, like, if you guys choose Kaya as the heir, or honestly, any of the pups from that litter, probably even Ashy, I think Kaya especially, but possibly some of the others, would want to stay away from the dens over there just because of what happened. I think Kaya would stick exclusively to these two dens, but I don't know. I think some of the other wolves, like maybe Kanto or possibly Apollo from the previous litter, who is an option, and if you'll recall, he was with them. Oh, this time we actually have, Kaya and Ashy and, Kanto and Rico with us this time, helping us raise the puppies even though we can't see them, because they are not dispersal age yet. They will be by the next litter, or the next year, depending on whether or not. Oh, here we go. So let's see. We have 3 males and 1 female. That's new. We've had an exact balance. So let me get my puppy name list up, and we will see what our names are. So we have 1 female, and I think, let me see. I think we're going to call her Let's look at these names. I think we'll call her Lila. And then for the males, we have Rowan. We have let's see. We have Rowan, we have Rio. Oops. Not Rio. And we have Shaster. And that is the names we will go ahead and use. And let's see what they look like really fast. So we're going to play on Arduous. And here are our puppies. So Lila and Rio are very golden, which I think they are inheriting from their dad. You guys gotta stay still. Rowan is Rowan golden too? Rowan is golden. So this time only Shaster looks like Katari. The others look like they're, well, inherited from their dad, because the gold coat I'm pretty sure is from Terrell's gray one. But anyway, we're going to leave off here before anything catastrophic happens, and I will see you next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.